hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hats Wednesday WIP. And I've just taken a break from watching Miss Marple, who does lots of knitting, I don't know whether you've noticed, but she does, to tell you all about my knitting crochet projects for this week. Well, it's the last lesson of the Learn to Knit course tonight, and so tonight we're doing pumpkins, because they're learning how to, oops, it's alive, learning how to decrease. Last week it was learning to increase. So we're doing this, lovely little pumpkins, and also a bit of knitting and purling, and we're going to stuff our little pumpkins. Now this was a prototype, and you can probably see, you can see the stuffing in between. So I'm changing it a bit. So rather than just using double knit, we're using Aran, which is a thicker yarn, but you're still using 4mm needles, so it'll be nice and thick. So you won't see the stuffing. You won't see the stuffing in the pumpkins. There you go. So that's tonight. I have been, you remember, I finished one sock with my lovely Mothy and the Squid merino and silk wool, and I've now nearly finished a second. Oops. There we go. So I'm on the foot now, not far from the toe, and then I'll have a complete pair of socks, which is great, just right for the winter. So because they've got silk in, I don't really want to wear them outside and give them a hobby. I'm going to wear them inside with my slippers to keep my feet warm. I think they'll be nice slipper socks. So that's what I've been doing there. The other thing I've been doing is my fairisle project. So this is the second half of the front. It's going to be a bit of a monster. It's a loose fit, so it's not tight fit, but again, using lots of different yarn from old projects and projects I've thought I was going to do but not doing. So really enjoying doing that in between all the other stuff as well. Once I've done that, I can sew up the front and the back and put the sleeves on. So the sleeves are just using the grey that's at the bottom, so that will take no time at all, one would hope. So that's there. So what else has been happening? We've got Inside Crochet, Plot Through the Door, and this edition is they've got some really nice garments. So that's quite a nice one there. I'll take that one off so you can see properly. So a nice cardigan there, looks nice and cosy, and that's quite a nice one there. Nice cardigan. So that's just using simply a treble crochet with a bit of clusters around the bottom to make the lacy stuff. That's quite a nice one. I'm not very good with cardigans, don't really suit me. And then we've got a nice jumper there for your loved one, perhaps, or yourself even. And again, that's using treble, I think, and this thing is my half treble, but I think they look really nice. So there we go. But of course, the thing that I really like is, I'll just show you, this is Janie Crow's blanket. Whoops. I did buy one of her kits at Yarndale and I have started doing it, but she's doing something in Inside Crochet, a crochet along, and these are some of the squares. I think the way she puts the colours together is absolutely fantastic. So this month's square is sort of a, there you go, make a little cushion cover, or you could make it as part of the blanket. So there's some really nice stuff in there. So yeah, it's good for inspiration, getting these. If you don't want to buy them or can't afford to buy them, they sometimes have hard copies in the library, but also if you're in Chesthire West and Chester, I know that they actually have them online that you can get. So I'm not sure whether Inside Crochet is, but I know that Simply Crochet is, and Simply Knit. So if you're short of ideas, it's good to have a look on there if you fancy trying something new. So that's about it for me this week. I had a nice walk at Malvamo this morning, so I'm feeling quite exercised, but very energised, I think is the word. So hopefully that will last until the class this evening, and also the crochet classes tomorrow. And we go from there. So I'm wearing today, just in case you're interested, this is a pattern from the very first Rowan magazine in the late 80s, when I was quite young. And I think I might have told you before that I was not very rich. I'm not rich now, but I didn't have a lot of money in those days, so I never used the yarn that they sold because it was quite expensive. So this is actually using a jumper. This mustard is Jaeger, I think it was Jaeger wool, which I knitted sort of a cable jumper, but when I wore it, when I finished it, it looked really horrible. It was quite boxy and it made me look very large. So I undid it and then used it for this, and the little motifs, they're mohair, and again I knitted a jumper with it and it didn't really come out because it was a texture jumper, and mohair doesn't really work with texture, so you learn by your mistakes because you can't see the knit and purl, so it's very difficult to knit and it didn't look very nice either, so I undid that. And undoing mohair is quite complicated because it all sticks together, so some of it got chucked in the bin. However, this was nice. So I've got these things on the front, but I've got all this on the back. Look at that. Isn't that fab? So I'm something this way and then something that way. So that's my jumper for today, and it's keeping me nice and warm because it is getting quite cool, and the nights, as they say, the nights are drawing in, and it's nice to sit and watch Miss Marple do some knitting while I'm wearing this lovely snuggly jumper. Anyway, that's all for me this week. I hope you're having a fab week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.